Thank you so much, Godfrey. The Kavala Medical Center in 8 Mile Rock is now a part of the Doctors Hospital health system, offering affordable, accessible, community minded, state of the art healthcare. Here to talk with us about this, I'm so happy to welcome Dr. Dawn Gallagher. She's a family medicine practitioner and she's the lead physician at Kavala Medical Center. Dr. Gallagher, good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning, Star. How are you?
I am so good, Dawn. I'm just happy to be speaking with you, happy to be seeing your beautiful face, and then, of course, knowing that the work that you're doing is just helping the community of Grand Bahama, of course, which we both love. And so, really excited, Dawn, to be doing this interview.
Thank you. Same here. Same here.
Yeah. So, let's talk about Kavala. What services are available there right now?
Okay, so Kavala offers primary and preventative care, which means management of the common conditions like diabetes and high blood pressure. It also involves providing access to screening so that we could prevent illnesses. And then, of course, your day to day illnesses and ailments like your coughs and colds, sprains, headaches, aches and pains along those lines. This facility also provides labs, which is really important for this area because this would be the first lab in this area, so that samples can be taken and actually processed here and not have to be sent off, which eliminates some of the delay that you get in trying to wait for results. Kavala is also boasting being able to offer dialysis services, which is also a first for this area. And unfortunately, it's a service that's very well needed for people of this community and the entire Western District in particular.
That's awesome. Congratulations. Hearing about the lab services, knowing about the need for dialysis there. And I'm loving the fact that this is in the western part of the island, giving them those services that they need. So this is really exciting. What has the local response been like to Doctors Hospital coming to Grand Bahama and particularly this area of Western Grand Bahama?
Well, everybody's been excited because not only is Doctors Hospital investing in this community and this end of the island, but they are pulling out all of the stops essentially to make sure that the services are not only accessible, but they're very affordable. So our motto has been, we're not turning any patients away. So whether it be under NHI or they have private insurance or a private paid, like the kind of service that was already accessible here under Dr. Kavala himself, Doctors Hospital is making sure that this community is going to be able to use this clinic and maximize its use and not be turned away because of what they think they know of the Doctors Hospital brand, but rather this is a new era where Doctors Hospital is reaching out to the grassroots people of this community. And so that is really exciting for everybody here.
Yeah, I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful. Having done lots of work with the Anchor Club many years ago in that community, knowing that there are so many different levels of access, different levels of financial stability, that people still have access to healthcare, which is just so critical in making sure that people can live a good quality of life. So I'm happy to hear that they've responded well. I'm happy to hear that Doctors has been making it as accessible as it has been. I also heard that there might be some rumors of an expansion. So I'm going to have to ask you, Dawn, is it true that an expansion is already being planned?
Yeah, so there is an expansion because the goal is for us to offer premier services, not just in the Western District, but the island of Grand Bahama in total. So there is, well, already they're under demolition, the building up in Freeport proper, that is going to be a 30-bed hospital that offers specialty services that will be shared between the hospital as well as the Kavala Medical Center. And of course, at the main hospital, there will be ICU beds, full dialysis unit, lab, radiology services. You can have surgeries there, have babies there. And so this is something that's really welcomed in the community of Grand Bahama as a whole.
Okay, that's exciting to hear. And Grand Bahama really is in need of it. And I think when we think back about how continuous hurricanes, not just Dorian, long before that, have destroyed parts of our medical community. And then we think about the changing dynamics of Grand Bahama, even in terms of the population, that this is really important, that we do this and that we have access to this opportunity for people to have the best healthcare possible. And so I'm happy to hear that Doctors is not just servicing people of the West who really needed it, but also moving more into central Grand Bahama and making sure that they're in partnership with PHA for that 30-bed hospital. That sounds sounds awesome. And I'm looking forward to learning more as the time goes on. Dawn, of course, I know you have been brilliant since my childhood. And so I know that you must be a phenomenal leader, but I imagine that you're not doing this on your own. So can you talk to us about the team there at Kavala?
Well, our team consists of, well, an awesome director, as Kendra Stirrup, who is the director of finances and operations on the ground. And then we have a mixture of people who, some of them who are from the Western District, who are skilled at dialysis, lab, you name it, who are just pulling together to make sure that the experience of the clients that come to Kavala Medical Center, as well as Doctors Hospital on the whole, is something that is uniform and consistent with what we know Doctors Hospital to be, but also has like a Grand Bahama, Freeport, 8 Mile Rock twist on it that our own people will love and appreciate. So that's where we're going with this. We're making sure that once patients experience this Kavala Medical Center and Doctors Hospital as a whole in Freeport, they wouldn't choose anything else.
Excellent. I love it. I love it. So let's talk about how they can make that choice. Can people just walk in and see someone, or do they need to make an appointment? What is the way that they can begin to or continue to access services afforded by Kavala Medical Center?
Okay, so the goal is for appointment-based services. That way it minimizes wait times. All of the pre-registration stuff is already taken care of. But of course, we're also going to allow walk-ins. So that, like I say, we're not turning anybody away, because sometimes things happen and you can't make an appointment for it. So the services are twofold in that way.
Okay. And where specifically are you located, Dawn? I know it's in that 8 Mile Rock community, but where specifically can people find you?
Okay, so it's in the heart of Hannah Hill, which is basically in the center of 8 Mile Rock proper. But of course, we're also looking, because I don't know if you are aware, this community has a very large elderly population. So we're looking to have transport available too, so that we could shuttle patients to and from the clinic for the dialysis needs, as well as just for their general clinic needs as well.
That's awesome. And Dawn, is there a number where we should reach you, or is there a website that we can go to?
The number, hold on. I'm the C patient person.
I know, right? That's when you work there. It's like, I don't call it because I work
No,
there.
I don't.
They have my cell phone, so they call me.
All right, it's 688-6002. Thanks for putting me on the spot. But
86002. Awesome.
Yes.
All right. We have that now. And we know that you guys are in Hannah Hill, looking to continue to expand, heading towards Central, but even just expanding services there. Dawn, this has really been a great conversation for me. One, to see you, of course, but more than that, to hear about the progress that's happening in Grand Bahama, and to see the public-private partnership making that possible. So congratulations to you and the team at Kavala. Thank you so much for joining us this morning on Bahamas at Sunrise.
Thank you, and good morning, Bahamas again.
You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We're just talking with the phenomenal Dr. Dawn Gallagher over there at the Kavala Medical Center in Grand Bahama. Looking forward to continuing to see Doctors Hospital grow. We'll be back with more in just a minute.